Have you ever reflected on your childhood and sensed that there was something profoundly unique about your experiences, something that set you apart from everyone else? Maybe you've wondered why certain moments in your life felt so extraordinary, or why you always seem to see the world differently than those around you. These moments, often overlooked, are not random. They are divine markers, signs that you were chosen by God from the very beginning. Even as a child, God was already orchestrating your path, planting seeds of purpose that would one day blossom into something extraordinary. This video is for those who feel that inner nudge, that undeniable sense that their life was meant for something greater. If this resonates with you, we invite you to affirm your faith and calling by typing 777 in the comments below. To our supporters who have blessed this mission through Super Thanks, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude. Your kindness is helping us spread God's word far and wide. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore the clear signs that appeared in your childhood, pointing to your identity as one of God's chosen ones. What do these signs mean? How do they connect to the purpose God has prepared for you? Stay with us, because what comes next may uncover truths about your life that you've always felt but never fully understood. Could it be that you've been walking in divine favor all along, even when you didn't realize it? Let's discover this together. God's chosen ones. This is signs in childhood that reveal you were chosen from the start. From the very moment of your first breath to the tentative steps of early childhood, there are those among us who carry an invisible mark, a silent yet persistent call that reverberates through time. It's as though from the very beginning the Creator had traced a path unique to you, leaving subtle yet profound signs along the way. These clues, delicate as whispers, often go unnoticed by the world, but are unmistakable to those who take the time to reflect. Could it be that your childhood was filled with these divine breadcrumbs, pointing toward a mission greater than you could yet understand? Think about it. Have you ever felt like you didn't quite fit in, as if your soul carried a secret even you couldn't fully grasp? This feeling of being different is not a burden. It's a blessing, a heavenly mark that sets you apart for an extraordinary purpose. The Bible reminds us in Jeremiah 1:5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Could it be that your unique journey was already ordained before you even took your first breath? From an early age, many chosen ones exhibit a heightened sensitivity to the world around them. It's as though their senses are attuned to a different frequency, perceiving nuances that others often overlook. This sensitivity might have made you feel out of place as a child, but it was never a sign of weakness. Instead, it is evidence of a higher calling. Do you remember moments when you felt an inexplicable connection to something greater than yourself, something unseen but undeniably present? This connection often manifests in profound ways. Perhaps you found yourself drawn to helping others, even as a young child. Did you notice how you could feel the emotions of those around you, almost as though their pain or joy became your own? This extraordinary empathy is a hallmark of the chosen. The Bible beautifully illustrates this in Matthew 5-14, where it says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Even in childhood, that light within you might have shone brightly, drawing others to you in times of need. Others may have experienced vivid dreams or premonitions that later proved to be startlingly accurate. Could these visions have been divine messages, preparing you for the path ahead? Such experiences are not coincidences, but rather divine communications, affirming that your journey is woven into God's greater plan. Consider the story of young Samuel in 1 Samuel 3:4-10, who heard God calling him in the night. Like Samuel, could it be that your childhood was filled with moments where you felt God's whisper guiding you toward your purpose? Some chosen children even feel an unexplainable urge to serve others or make a difference in the world, even if they don't yet understand how. If this resonates with you, it's worth asking, could this deep-seated desire have been the Creator's way of planting the seeds for your divine mission? As Ephesians 2:10 declares, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." What memories from your childhood stand out to you now? Were there moments of wonder, connection, or purpose that seemed to transcend the ordinary? These signs are not mere coincidences, but reminders that you were chosen, set apart for a purpose greater than yourself. The question now is, are you ready to embrace the extraordinary journey God has prepared for you? One of the clearest signs of being chosen is a profound spiritual sensitivity, an ability to connect deeply with the divine, even as a child. Do you recall moments when you talked to God as if He was sitting right next to you, listening with undivided attention? Perhaps you felt His presence in the stillness of your heart, or maybe during times of fear or confusion, you found an unexplainable sense of peace. These encounters are not mere childhood imaginings, but profound manifestations of God's love, subtle reminders that His hand has always been upon you. In the Psalm 139, 7-10, we are reminded, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there." Could it be that even as a child, you were aware of this inescapable, comforting truth? Moments of divine peace in the midst of chaos are unmistakable markers of being chosen. Have you ever wondered how, even when everything around you seemed to fall apart, an invisible shield protected you, filling your heart with calm assurance? Such experiences are no accident. They reveal the hand of the Creator guiding and shielding you. However, with this divine sensitivity often comes unique challenges, especially in childhood. Many chosen ones feel isolated or misunderstood, unable to fully connect with their peers or even family members. Have you ever felt like no one truly got you, as if you were walking a path others couldn't see? This sense of not belonging, though painful, is part of the refining process. It's a crucible meant to strengthen your character, cultivate resilience, and deepen your empathy. Just as Joseph faced betrayal by his own brothers, only to later save them from famine, the trials you faced may have been God's way of preparing you for a higher calling. In Genesis 50:20, Joseph declares, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Could your struggles be the groundwork for a future purpose only God can see? These early challenges serve a greater purpose, teaching you compassion and an unparalleled understanding of the human experience. How could you bring light to others if you hadn't first faced darkness? The pain of feeling out of place might have been the very tool God used to mold your heart for the mission ahead. Being chosen does not guarantee a life free from trials. In fact, it often means carrying greater responsibilities and walking through deeper valleys. Have you ever noticed that your challenges seem to outweigh those of others? This is no coincidence. With great gifts comes great responsibility, a truth reflected in Luke 12:48. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. Your burdens, though heavy, are evidence of the extraordinary purpose for which you've been chosen. Yet, with these challenges comes an inexplicable inner strength. Have there been moments when, against all odds, you discovered a well of resilience you didn't know existed. This hidden strength is not your own. It is God working through you. In the 2 Corinthians 12:9, Paul reminds us of God's promise. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Could it be that every obstacle you've faced has been a testament to the divine power at work within you, preparing you for the road ahead? The trials you endure are not meant to break you, but to reveal the strength of the one who walks beside you. Reflect on your life. How often have you emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate, even when the odds seemed stacked against you? These moments are the evidence that you were never alone and that your life carries a purpose far greater than you can imagine. As we mature, the signs of being chosen can either become more apparent or, intriguingly, seem to fade into the background. The world often pressures us to conform, attempting to mold us into predefined patterns of behavior and thought. Yet deep within, there's a quiet resistance, not rebellion, but the divine purpose within us longing to be fulfilled. Have you ever felt this pull, this unexplainable urge to step away from what others expect and instead embrace a path that feels uniquely yours? This resistance is a testament to God's touch upon your life, a marker of a journey crafted specifically for you. Jeremiah 29:11 reassures us of this truth. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Could it be that your inner struggle is proof of this divine blueprint? Recognizing these signs, however, is only the beginning. The true test and the greatest joy lies in embracing this divine calling and living in alignment with the purpose for which you were created. This journey is not without its challenges, but it is also filled with profound meaning and unshakable peace. Have you taken a moment to reflect on your life and noticed how an unseen hand has guided you, protecting and preparing you for something greater? This is no accident. Proverbs 3:5-6 encourages us to trust in this guidance. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. If these words resonate deeply in your heart, know that you are not walking this path alone. Many others have felt the same stirring within, the same unexplainable connection to something greater than themselves. Imagine a community of kindred spirits, united by a shared faith and a desire to explore the mysteries of God's call together. How comforting would it be to know that there are others who understand your journey, who can share their insights and experiences as you grow in faith. If you feel a sense of purpose and want to uncover more about the signs God reveals in our lives, this is your opportunity to take the next step. Explore further, seek understanding, and connect with others who share this journey. Together, we can delve into the mysteries of God's plan, supporting one another as we navigate the road ahead. As we continue to explore these signs that define the chosen, it's essential to remember that every journey is uniquely tailored. The signs you experienced in childhood are not the conclusion, but the beginning of a larger story, one that unfolds with time. Each chapter of your life brings new challenges, deeper revelations, and fresh opportunities to grow in faith and understanding. Have you noticed how your journey, though filled with twists and turns, always seems to lead you closer to God? Perhaps these moments are his way of drawing you nearer, of reminding you that his purpose for your life is unfolding exactly as it should. Philippians 1:6 offers us this assurance. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. The question is, are you ready to embrace the next chapter of your divine story? A remarkable aspect of the journey of the chosen is how seemingly insignificant childhood experiences take on profound meaning when viewed through the lens of a divine calling. That imaginary friend you used to confide in, could they have been more than just a figment of your imagination? Perhaps they were a spiritual presence, a guardian sent to watch over and guide you during your formative years. And what about those moments of isolation on the playground, when you felt different or disconnected from other children? Could they have been orchestrated to draw you closer to God, teaching you to seek His presence in solitude? Psalm 27:10 speaks to this comfort. Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Could those lonely moments have been divine invitations to build the connection that would sustain you in later years? Many chosen ones recount instances of miraculous protection in their childhood. Do you have memories of dangerous situations where you inexplicably emerged unharmed? Perhaps you narrowly avoided an accident or were pulled from harm at the very last second. These moments are far from mere coincidences. They are tangible evidence of God's hand shielding you, preserving you for a greater purpose. Psalm 91:11 reminds us, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Reflect on those moments. Do you now see the divine protection that surrounded you even then? These experiences are awe-inspiring, but they also come with a sense of responsibility. Being chosen is not simply a privilege, it is a calling, an invitation to step into a life of purpose aligned with God's will. It's a challenge to recognize the gifts you've been given and to use them to serve others. Have you ever paused to consider how the events of your childhood, no matter how small, might have been preparing you for the work you are meant to do? Ephesians 2:10 speaks to this preparation. "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." If you felt God's presence shaping your path since childhood, you are not alone. There is power in sharing your story, not only for your own growth, but also to inspire and guide others. Imagine how your experiences might shine a light on someone else's path. We invite you to share your gratitude for this special calling by joining in prayer and community. Leave a comment with Amen, uniting with others who are walking similar journeys of discovery and faith. As we move forward in our journey of self-discovery, it's important to understand that the signs of being chosen are often subtle, woven into the fabric of our daily lives rather than presented as grand or dramatic events. Think back to those quiet moments that left an imprint on your heart, the ones that seemed small but carried profound meaning. Could those whispers have been God's way of speaking to you, guiding you toward your purpose? 1 Kings 19:12 reminds us that God often speaks in a gentle whisper rather than thunderous proclamations. Are you ready to look back on your life with new eyes, to see the divine messages that have always been there, waiting to be recognized? Reflect on those moments in your childhood when you felt an unexplainable pull towards stories of heroes and martyrs, individuals who stood firm in their faith and transformed the world through their courage. While other children might have been captivated by whimsical fairy tales, you were drawn to tales of resilience, sacrifice, and triumph. These stories stirred something deep within you, resonating with a sense of purpose that you may not have fully understood at the time. Could this fascination have been a divine nudge, a subtle confirmation of the extraordinary path set before you? Such early interests are not mere coincidences. They are often clues to the spiritual calling on your life. Hebrews 12:1 encourages us to look to these examples, saying, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." Could it be that these stories of faith and perseverance ignited within you a desire to walk a similar path, to bring hope and light to a world often shrouded in uncertainty. This attraction to inspiring figures is often a sign that you are destined to make a difference. From a young age, God may have been planting seeds in your heart, shaping your character for the purpose He designed uniquely for you. Have you ever wondered why these stories touched your heart so deeply, leaving a lasting impression when others quickly moved on? Perhaps it's because you share a connection with these figures, a shared calling to stand firm in faith, to face challenges with courage, and to shine as a beacon of hope for those around you. Matthew 5:16 reminds us, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Could your childhood fascination with these narratives have been God's way of revealing that you are meant to embody that same light, that same unshakable faith? Take a moment to reflect on the heroes and martyrs whose stories captivated you as a child. What was it about their journeys that spoke to your soul? Was it their bravery, their unrelenting trust in God, or their unwavering commitment to their purpose? These qualities may have been mirroring something God was already nurturing within you, preparing you to answer the call to be a light in a world that often battles doubt and fear. Are you ready to embrace this destiny and step fully into the extraordinary purpose God has set before you? Another common sign of being chosen is an unquenchable curiosity about the deeper mysteries of life. Do you recall moments as a child when your questions about existence left adults speechless? Questions like, "Why do we suffer?" or "What is God's plan for us?" often seemed far beyond your years, yet they flowed naturally from your mind. This yearning for understanding is no accident. It's a reflection of a soul crafted to pursue profound truths. In Ecclesiastes 3:11, we are reminded, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." Could this yearning within you be a divine imprint drawing you toward eternal truths? From an early age, many chosen ones report experiencing flashes of clarity or wisdom that seemed beyond their years. Perhaps there were moments when complex solutions simply appeared to you, as though whispered by an unseen guide. Or maybe you found yourself comforting others, sometimes even adults, with words that felt inspired, as if they were channeled from a wisdom far greater than your own. These are not ordinary experiences, but extraordinary signs of divine inspiration. Could it be that God was revealing Himself through you, preparing you for a role as a vessel of His truth? Proverbs 2:10 reminds us, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and understanding." These moments of inspiration are precious glimpses into your calling. Have you ever wondered why these insights came so naturally to you, even when you didn't fully understand their significance? They are part of the unique gift you carry as one of God's chosen. Yet, this gift is not without its challenges. Being chosen does not mean being perfect. In fact, it often means grappling with intense internal struggles. From an early age, you may have encountered seasons of doubt, questioning your faith, or the meaning of your life's journey. Did you ever feel the weight of uncertainty, wondering if you were truly equipped for the mission God had placed before you? These spiritual battles, though difficult, are not signs of weakness. Instead, they are sacred tests, meant to refine your character and fortify your faith. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Could these struggles have been God's way of shaping you into someone who can stand firm, even in the face of life's greatest storms? The doubts and questions you've wrestled with are tools of transformation. They shape a faith that is not blind but resilient, a trust in God that has been tested and proven. When you reflect on your life, do you see how those struggles have prepared you for the extraordinary purpose you were destined to fulfill? These trials are not roadblocks but stepping stones, drawing you ever closer to the fullness of your divine calling. As we grow, the signs of our calling may become more evident, but also more challenging to follow. The modern world, with its constant distractions and values, often opposed to spiritual ones, can try to muffle the divine voice that guides us. It is at this point that many chosen ones face their greatest test, staying true to the calling in the face of pressure to conform. If you identify with this struggle, know that you are not alone. Many before you have walked through this valley of decision and emerged stronger, more dedicated to their purpose. It is in these moments of choice that our free will aligns with the divine plan, creating a powerful synergy that can move mountains. Remember, every challenge you face, every moment of doubt or fear, is an opportunity for growth. These are the moments that prepare us for the great works we are destined to accomplish. Like gold refined by fire, our faith and character are strengthened by trials. If you feel that your life has been a series of tests and challenges, consider the possibility that you are being prepared for something grand. Each obstacle overcome is a step toward your divine destiny. Each lesson learned is a tool you will use to fulfill your mission. At this moment of reflection, we invite you to take a step beyond simply reading. If the words shared here have touched your heart, if you feel that your life has been guided by a divine hand, join us on this journey of discovery and purpose. By subscribing to our channel, you connect with a community of like-minded souls, all seeking to understand and live out their divine calling. Together, we can explore more deeply the signs of our choosing and support each other in our individual journeys. As we continue our exploration of the signs that mark the chosen from childhood, it's crucial to understand that recognizing these signs is just the beginning. The real challenge and the real joy lies in living according to that calling, in allowing it to shape our decisions, our relationships, and our worldview. Many chosen ones report having experienced from an early age a sense of responsibility greater than normal for their age. Perhaps you felt compelled to care for others, to mediate conflicts, or to defend the weaker ones on the playground. This instinct for care and justice is a powerful sign of a heart aligned with divine purpose. Another profound aspect of the journey for the chosen is an innate and deep connection with nature. Do you recall those moments in childhood when you felt as though the natural world spoke directly to your soul? Perhaps the golden hues of a sunset filled you with a peace that words could never capture, or the gentle rustling of leaves seemed to carry a message meant just for you. Maybe you noticed how animals gravitated toward you, sensing an unspoken bond. These experiences are far more than fleeting moments of beauty. They are glimpses of the divine order woven into creation, reminders that we are intricately connected to the Creator Himself. Into Psalm 19:1, it is written, "The heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of His hands." Could it be that, even as a child, you recognized this declaration in the world around you? This sensitivity to the natural world is not a coincidence. It is a sign of a heart attuned to the rhythm of God's creation, a heart that was made for something far greater than the mundane. Many chosen ones report feeling an inexplicable sense of awe when immersed in nature, as if standing in the presence of something eternal. Did you ever find yourself mesmerized by the intricate patterns of a flower or the gentle flow of a stream, sensing a sacred harmony beyond human understanding? This connection is a reminder that just as the Creator has carefully crafted the world, so too has He intricately designed your life with purpose and intention. In the Romans 1:20, Paul reminds us, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made." Could your connection to nature have been God's way of whispering to your spirit, drawing you closer to Him? Even animals often play a special role in the lives of the chosen. Have you noticed how they seem drawn to your presence, as if sensing a kindness or understanding that goes beyond words? This connection mirrors the peace and dominion God originally granted humanity in the Garden of Eden, as described in Genesis 1:28, when He entrusted us to care for His creation. Perhaps these encounters are subtle reminders of your divine purpose, to nurture, protect, and honor the world around you as a reflection of God's love. Reflect on those moments when nature seemed to embrace you with its quiet majesty. Were they merely coincidences, or were they divine invitations to recognize your place in God's grand design? This attunement to creation is more than a fleeting experience. It is a sign of a soul chosen for something extraordinary, a purpose rooted in the Creator's eternal plan. How will you let this connection guide you on your journey? As we advance through the journey of life, it's only natural for doubts to surface. You may find yourself asking, "Why me? What makes my experiences so significant?" These questions, though challenging, reflect the weight of your divine calling. It's vital to understand that being chosen doesn't make you superior to others. It entrusts you with a greater responsibility. Each person has a unique role in God's grand plan, and acknowledging your calling is the first step in fulfilling it. Ephesians 4:1 reminds us, "I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received." Could it be that your trials, your triumphs, and even your questions are all part of this sacred journey? The chosen one's path is not about achieving perfection, but about striving toward progress. Every decision to act in love rather than hate, to forgive instead of harbor resentment, and to trust in faith rather than succumbing to fear, is a victory. These choices, no matter how small they may seem, align your life with your divine purpose. Have you noticed how each step forward, no matter how uncertain, has brought you closer to clarity and fulfillment? You were chosen not because you are flawless, but because you are uniquely equipped to fulfill a divine purpose that only you can accomplish. This truth is echoed in 2 Corinthians 12:9, where God says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your imperfections, rather than being obstacles, are the very tools God uses to reveal His strength through you. Embrace this calling, live authentically, and let the divine light within you shine as a beacon for others. May God's boundless grace and peace guide you with every step you take on this sacred path. As we reflect on the signs marking the chosen from childhood, it becomes clear that this journey of discovery is not one with a defined endpoint. Each day unveils new insights, new challenges, and new opportunities to grow in faith and fulfill our purpose. Have you ever revisited a memory from years past only to realize it carried a meaning you couldn't understand at the time? The teacher who believed in you more than anyone else. Could they have been an angelic presence sent to guide you in a pivotal moment? Or perhaps a book that serendipitously fell into your hands and reshaped your outlook was a divine intervention, pointing you toward the right path. Hebrews 13:2 reminds us, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." Could such encounters in your life have been orchestrated for your growth and direction? Many chosen ones share a profound sense that they were being prepared for something greater, even in childhood. Did you have recurring dreams with symbolic meaning, or find yourself captivated by stories of spiritual leaders and changemakers? These early fascinations are not mere happenstance. They are seeds planted by the Creator, meant to grow and flourish at the appointed time. Could those dreams and interests have been divine messages, gently guiding you toward your destiny. It's crucial to remember that being chosen does not exempt you from pain or hardship. On the contrary, it often means enduring unique trials designed to refine your faith and character. Perhaps you faced heartbreaking losses at a young age, or found your faith tested in ways that seemed unbearable. Yet these experiences are not punishments, but preparations. 1 Peter 1:7 offers a powerful reminder. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Just as fire purifies gold, trials refine your spirit, equipping you to carry out your divine mission. Have you noticed how your struggles have shaped your resilience, deepened your compassion, and prepared you to offer guidance to others? These moments, though painful, are a testament to God's work in your life, shaping you into a vessel of His grace. Every obstacle you overcome is a sign of the divine strength within you and a step closer to fulfilling your unique purpose. Reflect on your journey. How has every trial, every lesson, and every triumph been a part of God's intricate plan for your life? And how will you let this calling continue to shape the person you are becoming? As we grow, the signs of our calling may no longer appear as vivid as they did in childhood, but they are no less profound. Have you ever noticed a series of events in your life that seem too perfectly timed to be mere coincidences? Perhaps a chance encounter led to a life-changing opportunity, or doors opened just when you needed them most. These moments, while subtle, are divine nudges, gentle reminders that your steps are being orchestrated by an invisible hand. Proverbs 16:9 beautifully encapsulates this truth. In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Could it be that these coincidences are deliberate alignments, guiding you toward your divine purpose? One of the most remarkable gifts of being chosen is the ability to perceive the extraordinary within the ordinary. Where others may see random events or fleeting chances, you discern a deeper meaning. Have you found yourself interpreting challenges as opportunities for growth, or recognizing purpose in moments that others dismiss as insignificant? This unique perspective is not by accident. It is a gift from God, empowering you to be a beacon of light in a world that often feels chaotic and devoid of meaning. In the Romans 8:28, we are reassured, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. How might your ability to find purpose in life's chaos inspire hope in others? It's vital to understand that being chosen doesn't elevate you above others. Instead, it calls you into a life of greater responsibility and service. Have you felt the weight of this responsibility in your heart, knowing you are meant to be a light in the darkness? Matthew 5:14-16 reminds us of this sacred role. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Every kind act, every word of encouragement, and every gesture of love you offer is a reflection of the divine light within you. As your journey unfolds, humility and gratitude become essential companions. Have you ever paused to reflect on how your gifts and talents are not meant for personal glory, but to serve others and glorify the Creator? This surrender to a higher purpose is where true fulfillment lies. Jesus Himself demonstrated this in Matthew 20:28, saying, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give His life as a ransom for many." Could it be that your own surrender to service is the key to discovering the deeper joy and meaning in your life? The calling of the chosen is a call to action, not for self-gain, but for the greater good. Each time you extend kindness, offer a word of hope, or choose love over fear, you are living out your divine purpose. And in doing so, you become a vessel for God's grace, inspiring others to find their own light. Reflect on this. How can you continue to align your gifts with your calling, using them to serve others and glorify the one who entrusted them to you? It is in this selfless devotion that your true purpose will be revealed. Being chosen is a journey of continual growth and learning. It is not a static state, but a dynamic calling that invites you to question, seek, and explore the profound mysteries of life. Have you ever felt a deep spiritual curiosity, an insatiable hunger to understand your place in the universe? This yearning is not random. It is a reflection of God's desire to reveal himself to you in ever deeper ways. In Jeremiah 33:3, the Lord promises, "Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." Your spiritual questions are not signs of doubt, but of faith, a faith that believes answers are waiting to be discovered. Yet, while seeking spiritual truths is essential, being chosen also requires balance. Have you noticed how contemplation must lead to action? The chosen are called not just to ponder, but to transform. Your insights and experiences are gifts, meant to bring light to the lives of others. How will you use them? Will you act with compassion and discernment, letting your wisdom ripple outward? James 2:2-26 reminds us, faith without deeds is dead. Could it be that your spiritual insights are incomplete until they are expressed through love and service? Your journey as a chosen one is not meant to be solitary. Across the world, there is a vast and interconnected community of like-minded souls, each working in their unique way to bring more love, light, and truth into the world. Have you reached out to connect with others who share your vision? Together, we are stronger. Together, we create a harmony that magnifies the divine plan. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 reminds us of this truth. Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Could finding your spiritual family be the next step in your journey? As we conclude this reflection on the signs of being chosen, remember that recognizing these signs is only the beginning. The real challenge and the real joy lies in living out your calling. Each morning when you wake, remind yourself that you were chosen for a purpose. Every interaction, decision, and moment is an opportunity to bring that purpose to life. Colossians 3:23 urges us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." How will you let your actions today reflect the divine calling placed upon your life? Don't be afraid to shine. Your light doesn't diminish others. It inspires them to find their own. Do you hesitate, fearing that your gifts might make others feel small? Instead, consider how your courage to live authentically might give others permission to do the same. Be bold in your pursuit of truth, gentle in your actions, and steadfast in your faith. Always remember, you were not chosen because you are perfect, but because you are uniquely suited for your purpose. Even your struggles and imperfections are tools through which God works. 2 Corinthians 4:7 says, "But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us." As you continue your journey, keep your heart open to the signs and guidance of the divine. They surround you, whispering in the rustle of leaves, glowing in the kindness of strangers, and echoing in the stillness of your soul. Have you learned to listen with your heart and to see with the eyes of faith? And when you feel lost or overwhelmed, hold fast to the promise in Isaiah 58:11. "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." May these words offer you hope and encouragement. May you continue to grow in wisdom, strength, and grace, fulfilling the purpose for which you were chosen from the beginning. Let your light shine brightly, for it is through you that God's love and truth are revealed to the world. As we close, let's reflect on the incredible journey that has brought you to this moment. The signs you experienced in your childhood were not accidents. They were divine breadcrumbs left by God, guiding you toward your purpose. Those moments of feeling different, those challenges that set you apart, and the inner knowing you carried were all part of God's plan to prepare you for the unique mission He has for your life. These experiences are a testament to His love and the incredible destiny He has woven into your being as one of His chosen ones. Now is the time to embrace that calling fully, to stand firm in your faith, and to recognize that everything you endured had a purpose. Let this message serve as a reminder that God saw you, knew you, and called you by name long before you understood it yourself. You are chosen, beloved, and deeply cherished by the Creator. If this message has resonated with you, uplifted your spirit, or given you clarity, we invite you to support this channel through Super Thanks. Your generous contributions allow us to continue sharing messages of hope, faith, and encouragement with others who are seeking light on their path. And even if you're unable to donate, please know how much we value your presence here. Your time, support, and engagement mean the world to us, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Before you leave, we encourage you to take a moment to like this video. It helps spread this message to others who need to hear it. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on uplifting content. Share this video with a friend or loved one who might be seeking answers or encouragement. And don't forget to join the conversation by leaving a comment below. We'd love to hear your story, your thoughts, or how this message spoke to you. As you step forward into your calling, may God bless you abundantly and surround you with His love and protection. Remember, you were chosen from the very start, and He has been with you every step of the way. Walk boldly, knowing that you are part of His divine plan. May your days be filled with peace, joy, and purpose. Stay blessed, and we'll see you in the next video.